welcome to Crinkles and Sprinkles. We are going to make wild roses today. So we are going to use tip 104, 124, a round number 4, a leaf tip 352, and a round tip 3. Okay, so first of all, we will start with $124. Okay, so excuse me, I have allergies. A rose tip it's at a slant, and it is more open on the wider end and kind of more closed and skinny at the more, I don't know, the smaller side. So you want to put the wide, let me see if I don't know if you can see that. So you want to put this wider end towards you and the skinny end away from you to make a rose petal, okay? So you start, and this is why you need the turntable. And you're going to want to make 5. Okay, there's 1. We can, if we squeeze harder, we can make it a little bit bigger. So if we use rose tip 104, these are smaller. They're going to be smaller petals. If I don't get my hand in that. That wasn't a very good one. My bag doesn't want to sit up very nice tonight. So you're moving your wrist like this in this kind of motion slowly, and you're moving the turntable at the same time. Move it a little bit for each petal. They do not have to be perfect. Okay, and then we're going to take a round tip, number 3, for the centers, for the stamens. Oh, that one didn't. Okay, we're doing a big one in this one. But, which you can do that. But what you really want is to do for wild roses, you want your dots. And you can make them smaller or bigger. Apologize, had to go get a Kleenex and wash my hands. Okay, so those are your wild roses. So those are tip number 104 for the small ones and a 124 for the bigger ones. Okay, and then we're going to do, this is still the 103. So you can do swirls, and you can do dots, and you can write. Okay, and we'll change this to a 4. A 3 and a 4, there's not really that much difference. So you can make your, let's go a little slower with this. When it does that, it just means you need to go slower. So you can do your lines for your rose stems. And then we have a leaf tip, which is a 352. And you can also cut your leaf tip out of a bag, which we're not going to show you that today, but I will. So you can do leaves like this. You can point them down. Or you can do your leaves coming up like that. Okay. Before, you can also take your rose tip and you can make on the sides of your cake, so the edge of your cake, you could do something like that. Or like that. And kind of the same with your leaf tip, although this one isn't as good as the other one, but we'll go over that. So you could still okay. Let's throw in a tip 22 to make the shells for your border. For a border shell, usually you want to either use a star tip, which looks like this, and you either want to do a 21 or a 22. Most common is 21, but I happen to have a 22. They look basically the same. Let's get off this dry icing. So you pull, you squeeze, pull, and as you're pulling, you let loose, and you're pushing and pulling, and stop at every one and start over. So stop, 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 so that your sides are like this. Otherwise, if you don't, and you keep constant pressure on, you're going to have that. That is not what you want. Let's see that. You want this one. So, there is tip number 104, 124, 4 and 3, 352, and a 22. And then next, we'll make a cake just using these tips that I used today. Thanks for watching. If you found it informative, please subscribe. Thank you.